Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science channel. Tonight we'll be exploring something deeply human, something that lives within millions of people, yet often goes misunderstood. We'll be discovering the world of introverts, those who find their energy in quieter spaces, who listen before they speak, and who observe before they act. This is not a journey about fixing or changing, but about understanding and celebrating, a gentle exploration of the minds that prefer depth over breadth, solitude over crowds, and reflection over reaction. If you enjoy these quiet explorations, I invite you to like and subscribe, or share a simple thought down in the comments. It helps others find their way here, too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, all you need to do is rest, settle in, and allow the calm understanding of introversion to carry you. Let's begin. The nature of introversion. Introversion is not shyness, though many confuse the two. An introvert is simply someone who recharges their energy through solitude rather than social interaction. They may enjoy people, love conversations, and feel deeply connected to others. But after a gathering, after hours of talking and being present, they need time alone. Not because they dislike others, but because their internal battery runs differently. Solitude for an introvert is not loneliness. It is restoration. Like a phone that needs to be plugged in to recharge, introverts plug into quiet spaces, into books, into their own thoughts, and emerge refreshed. Extroverts, by contrast, gain energy from being around people. They thrive in crowds, feel recharged by conversation, and may feel drained when left alone too long. Neither way is better or worse. They are simply different operating systems for the human soul. Understanding this difference can transform how we see ourselves and others. It can turn judgment into compassion, confusion into clarity. The world tends to favor extroversion. Our schools reward those who raise their hands first. Our workplaces promote those who speak up in meetings. Our culture celebrates the loud, the quick, the outgoing. But introverts possess their own profound strengths. They are the listeners who truly hear, the thinkers who consider deeply before speaking, the observers who notice what others miss. In a world that never stops talking, introverts are the ones who remember to listen. Introversion exists on a spectrum. Not all introverts are the same. Some are deeply solitary, preferring their own company almost exclusively. Others enjoy social time, but in smaller doses or smaller groups. Some introverts can seem quite outgoing at first, only revealing their need for alone time after the fact. This is why introversion exists on a spectrum. On one end are those who feel most alive in solitude, who might spend entire weekends alone without feeling lonely. On the other end are ambiverts, those who fall somewhere between introversion and extroversion, able to adapt to both modes depending on the situation. Many introverts learn to perform extroversion when needed. They can be charming at parties, engaging in conversations, and present in social settings. But this performance takes energy. It is like speaking a second language fluently but preferring to think in your native tongue. The effort is real, even if it does not show. Understanding where you fall on this spectrum can be liberating. It removes the pressure to be one thing all the time. You can be an introvert who enjoys occasional social gatherings. You can be someone who loves deep conversation, but needs days of quiet afterward. The key is knowing yourself, knowing what drains you and what restores you, knowing when to say yes and when to say no. This self-knowledge is not selfishness, it is self-care. It is the foundation of a life lived in alignment with your true nature. The introvert's mind processes differently. Research suggests that introvert brains may process information differently than extrovert brains. Studies have shown that introverts have more activity in the frontal lobes, the areas associated with planning, problem solving, and internal thought. They also show more activity in areas related to learning and memory. This means that introverts often engage in deeper processing of information. They take longer to respond because they are considering multiple angles, weighing possibilities, and thinking through implications. In conversation, an introvert might pause before speaking, not because they have nothing to say, but because they are organizing their thoughts. They prefer to speak when they have something meaningful to contribute, rather than filling silence with words. This can be misinterpreted as disinterest or lack of intelligence, but the opposite is often true. Introverts are deeply engaged. They are simply engaging internally before expressing externally. This processing style makes introverts excellent at tasks requiring concentration and depth. They excel in research, writing, strategic thinking, and creative work that demands sustained focus. While extroverts might thrive in brainstorming sessions with rapid-fire ideas, introverts shine when given time to develop those ideas into something substantial. Both approaches are valuable. Both are needed. The challenge for introverts is that modern life often does not accommodate their processing style. Fast-paced work environments, back-to-back meetings, and constant connectivity can overwhelm the introvert nervous system. Learning to create space for deep work, for uninterrupted thought, becomes essential. It is not a luxury. It is a necessity for the introvert mind to function at its best. Introverts prefer deep conversations over small talk. One of the most common traits among introverts is a preference for meaningful conversation over casual chatter. Small talk, the weather, surface-level pleasantries can feel exhausting and empty. It is not that introverts are rude or dismissive. They simply crave connection that goes deeper. They want to know what you think about, what you dream of, what keeps you up at night. They want to discuss ideas, share stories, explore questions that have no easy answers. This preference can make social situations challenging. Parties full of small talk feel draining. Networking events can seem superficial. The introvert stands there, smiling politely, while internally wondering how quickly they can leave. But place that same introvert in a one-on-one conversation with someone they trust, and watch them come alive. Their eyes brighten, their words flow. They lean in and engage fully. Introverts often have fewer friends, but the friendships they maintain are deeper. They would rather have 3 close friends than 30 acquaintances. Quality over quantity becomes a theme in their relationships. They invest time and energy into understanding the people they care about. They remember details, ask follow-up questions, and show up when it matters. Their friendships are built on depth, trust, and genuine connection. This does not mean introverts cannot engage in small talk when necessary. They can and do, but it takes effort. It feels like wearing a costume. When they finally get home and close the door, they can remove that costume and breathe. The relief is physical. Solitude is necessary, not optional. For introverts, alone time is not a luxury to be enjoyed when convenient. It is a fundamental need, like food or sleep. Without it, they become depleted, irritable, and overwhelmed. They might snap at loved ones, feel anxious, or withdraw further. These are not character flaws. These are signs that their energy reserves are empty. They need solitude to refill. What does this solitude look like? It varies. Some introverts read, others write, draw, or engage in creative hobbies. Some go for long walks alone, letting their thoughts wander. Others simply sit in silence, doing nothing, letting their minds rest. The activity itself matters less than the absence of social demand. In solitude, there is no need to perform, to respond, to be anything other than what they are. This need for solitude can be misunderstood by extroverts, especially in close relationships. A partner might feel rejected when the introvert needs time alone. A friend might feel hurt when the introvert declines an invitation. But it is not personal. The introvert is not avoiding them. They are maintaining their own well-being. Learning to communicate this need clearly is vital. So is surrounding oneself with people who understand and respect it. Many introverts feel guilty about their need for solitude. They internalize messages that they should be more social, more available, more present. They push themselves to say yes when their bodies are screaming no. Over time, this leads to burnout. The key is giving yourself permission. Permission to be who you are. Permission to need what you need. Permission to honor your own rhythms without apology. Introverts are excellent listeners. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, introverts offer something rare. They listen, not just waiting for their turn to talk, but truly listening. They hear the words, the tone, the pauses. They notice what is not said. This makes them exceptional friends, therapists, counselors, and confidants. People feel safe with introverts because they sense that they are being genuinely heard. This listening ability comes naturally to introverts because they are observers by nature. They watch and absorb before participating. In a group conversation, while others are competing to speak, the introvert is noticing dynamics. Who is dominating? Who is being ignored? What is the emotional undercurrent? This awareness allows them to respond thoughtfully, often saying exactly what someone needed to hear. Listening is also less draining than speaking for many introverts. Speaking requires them to formulate thoughts quickly, project confidence, and maintain energy. Listening allows them to be present without the pressure of performance. They can focus entirely on the other person, offering attention without depleting their own reserves. However, introverts must be careful not to become the friend who only listens. Relationships require reciprocity. It is okay to share your own thoughts, to take up space, to be heard. Many introverts fall into the trap of always being the listener because it feels safer, less vulnerable. But true connection requires both people to show up fully. Balance is important. The introvert in childhood. Many introverts remember feeling different as children. While other kids ran around the playground in large groups, they preferred playing with one or two close friends. Or perhaps they enjoyed playing alone, lost in imaginary worlds. Teachers might have described them as shy, quiet, or reserved. Parents might have worried that they did not have enough friends or participate enough in class. This early messaging can shape how introverts see themselves. If the adults around them treated introversion as a problem to be fixed, they may have internalized shame. They might have believed that something was wrong with them for preferring quiet activities over loud play. They might have forced themselves to be more outgoing, more social, more like the extroverted children who seemed to be praised. But there was never anything wrong. Some children are simply introverted. They are deep thinkers, careful observers, and lovers of quiet. They need space to recharge just as adult introverts do. When their needs are respected and accommodated, they thrive. They become confident in who they are. They learn that their way of being is valid. Unfortunately, many schools are designed for extroverts. Group work, class participation, and social engagement are heavily rewarded. Introverted children may excel academically, but struggle with the social demands of school. They may dread group projects, feel anxious about presentations, and count down the hours until they can go home. This does not mean they dislike learning. It means the environment is not suited to their temperament. Parents and teachers who understand introversion can make a tremendous difference. They can create quiet spaces for the child to retreat. They can honor the child's need for downtime. They can celebrate the child's strengths, like focus, creativity, and depth of thought, instead of constantly pushing them to be more outgoing. This support helps introverted children grow into adults who accept and embrace their nature. Introverts and friendship. Introverts approach friendship differently than extroverts. While an extrovert might have a wide social circle with many casual friends, introverts tend to have a smaller, more intimate circle. They invest deeply in a few relationships, rather than spreading themselves thin across many. This does not mean they are incapable of having many friends. It means they prefer quality over quantity. Making friends as an introvert can feel daunting. Social events, where many friendships begin, are draining. Small talk, the typical entry point to connection, feels hollow. Introverts often struggle to meet new people because the initial stages of friendship require energy they would rather conserve. But once a connection is made, once the relationship moves past surface-level interaction, introverts are loyal, thoughtful friends. Introverts show their care through actions more than words. They remember what matters to you. They show up when you need them. They offer presence and attention. They may not text every day or call just to chat, but when it counts, they are there. Their friendships are built on depth, trust, and genuine affection. However, introverts must also be mindful of maintaining friendships. Because socializing takes energy, it is easy to let friendships fade through neglect. Days turn into weeks, turn into months without reaching out. The introvert may still care deeply, but the friendship can wither from lack of contact. Scheduling regular check-ins, even if brief, can help maintain these important connections. Another challenge is that introverts may attract people who talk a lot. Because introverts listen so well, these relationships can become one-sided, with the introvert always in the role of listener and supporter. It is important for introverts to seek out friendships where reciprocity exists, where they can also share, also be heard, also receive support. The introvert at work. The modern workplace can be particularly challenging for introverts. Open office plans, constant meetings, team-building exercises, and collaborative workspaces are all designed with extroverts in mind. The assumption is that more interaction leads to more productivity and creativity. For introverts, the opposite is often true. They need quiet, uninterrupted time to do their best work. Introverts may excel in their roles but struggle with visibility. They may have brilliant ideas but hesitate to speak up in meetings. They may do excellent work but avoid self-promotion. In work cultures that reward the loudest voice and the most visible contributor, introverts can be overlooked. Their contributions may be undervalued simply because they are delivered quietly. However, introverts bring tremendous strengths to the workplace. They are often excellent at deep work, tasks requiring sustained concentration and attention to detail. They listen well in meetings, picking up on nuances others miss. They think before they speak, offering considered insights rather than reactive opinions. They work independently, with minimal supervision. They are thoughtful, reliable, and thorough. Smart organizations recognize and leverage these strengths. They provide quiet spaces for focused work. They offer alternatives to in-person meetings, like written updates or smaller discussions. They create cultures where listening is valued as much as speaking, where thoughtfulness is rewarded alongside quick thinking. In such environments, introverts can thrive. For introverts navigating extrovert-dominated workplaces, strategies help. Scheduling focus time on the calendar ensures uninterrupted work. Finding quiet corners or working from home when possible provides necessary space. Preparing thoughts in advance for meetings allows introverts to contribute meaningfully. Advocating for their needs, rather than suffering in silence, can lead to accommodations, and recognizing that their working style is not inferior, just different, builds confidence. Introverts and public speaking. Few things drain an introvert more than public speaking. Standing in front of a crowd, all eyes on them, expected to perform and engage, can feel like a nightmare. The preparation alone is exhausting. The actual event depletes every reserve, and the recovery period afterward can last days. Yet many introverts are called upon to speak publicly, whether in work presentations, school projects, or social situations. The irony is that introverts can be excellent public speakers because they prepare thoroughly, think deeply about their content, and speak with intention. Their presentations can be powerful and memorable. But the cost is high. The energy expenditure is enormous, and the anticipatory anxiety leading up to the event can be overwhelming. Some introverts develop coping strategies. They practice extensively until the material becomes second nature. They visualize success to build confidence. They arrive early to get comfortable in the space. They focus on the message rather than themselves, shifting attention outward, and they schedule recovery time afterward, knowing they will need to recharge. Others decide to limit public speaking as much as possible, choosing career paths and roles that do not require it. This is a valid choice. Not everyone needs to be a public speaker. There are countless ways to contribute value without standing on a stage. Knowing your limits and honoring them is not weakness. It is wisdom. For introverts who must speak publicly regularly, support systems help. Working with a coach can build skills and confidence. Joining groups like Toastmasters, where practice happens in a supportive environment, can reduce anxiety over time. And reframing public speaking from performance to conversation, from being judged to sharing ideas, can shift the experience. Introverts in relationships. Romantic relationships can be both a haven and a challenge for introverts. On one hand, a close partnership offers the deep, meaningful connection introverts crave. On the other hand, the constant presence of another person, even a loved one, can be draining. The key is finding balance and communicating needs clearly. Introverts in relationships need partners who understand and respect their need for solitude. This can be difficult, especially if the partner is extroverted. The extrovert may interpret the introvert's need for alone time as rejection or lack of love. They may feel hurt when the introvert declines social invitations or retreats after a long day. Without communication, resentment can build on both sides. The solution is honest conversation. The introvert must articulate their needs without guilt or apology. They must help their partner understand that solitude is not about avoiding them, but about maintaining well-being. The extrovert must listen without taking it personally. They must trust that the introvert's love is real, even when expressed differently. Compromise is essential. Perhaps the introvert joins some social events, but not all. Perhaps the couple balances together time with individual time. Introverts also need to be mindful of their partner's needs. If they are with an extrovert, that person likely needs more social interaction than the introvert prefers. Supporting the partner in getting those needs met, even if the introvert does not always participate, is important. The extrovert can go to events alone or with friends, while the introvert recharges at home. This balance allows both people to thrive. When both partners are introverts, different challenges arise. They may both crave solitude, potentially leading to parallel lives with minimal connection. They must actively create together time, ensuring the relationship is nurtured, or they may both struggle with social obligations, neither wanting to be the one to initiate or attend events. Finding ways to support each other through these challenges strengthens the bond. Physical intimacy can also differ for introverts. While many introverts are deeply sensual and enjoy physical closeness, they may need emotional connection first. They may prefer intimate settings over spontaneous encounters. They may need time to warm up rather than diving in immediately. Partners who respect these preferences create safety and trust. The introvert's inner world. One of the most beautiful aspects of introversion is the richness of the inner world. Introverts spend significant time in their own minds, thinking, imagining, reflecting. This internal landscape can be vast and complex, filled with ideas, memories, observations, and dreams. It is a place of creativity and insight, where connections are made and understanding deepens. This inner world is both a gift and a challenge. It is a gift because it provides endless entertainment and stimulation. An introvert can be alone without being bored. They have a universe inside them to explore. It is a challenge because the inner world can sometimes feel more real or compelling than the outer world. An introvert can get lost in thought, missing what is happening around them. They can become so absorbed in their internal experience that they neglect external responsibilities or relationships. Many introverts are highly creative because they spend so much time in this inner space. Writers, artists, musicians, and thinkers often tend toward introversion. They need solitude to access their creativity, to hear the quiet voice of inspiration, to develop ideas without external interference. Their best work often emerges from deep immersion in their inner world. However, this rich inner life can also lead to overthinking. Introverts may replay conversations, analyzing every word. They may ruminate on mistakes or worry about future scenarios. Their minds can become echo chambers, amplifying anxieties and doubts. Learning to manage this tendency, to observe thoughts without getting caught in them, is an important skill for introverts. Practices like meditation, journaling, and mindfulness can help introverts navigate their inner worlds more skillfully. These tools create space between the thinker and the thoughts, allowing for observation without identification. They help the introvert enjoy the richness of their inner life without being overwhelmed by it. Introverts and creativity. Many of the world's most creative individuals have been introverts. The nature of creative work, requiring focus, solitude, and deep engagement, aligns well with introverted temperaments. Whether writing a novel, composing music, creating art, or developing innovative solutions to problems, the creative process often demands the very things introverts naturally prefer: quiet, time, space to think deeply without interruption. Introverts often have vivid imaginations. They spend time observing the world carefully, noticing details others overlook. These observations become raw material for creative work. A fleeting expression on someone's face, the way light falls through a window, an overheard fragment of conversation. Introverts collect these moments internally, weaving them into stories, paintings, songs, or ideas. The solitude introverts crave is essential for creativity. It is difficult to access deep creative flow when constantly interrupted or stimulated. The creative mind needs space to wander, to make unexpected connections, to follow threads of thought wherever they lead. Introverts naturally create this space for themselves. They protect it fiercely because they know its value. Many famous creatives throughout history were introverts. Albert Einstein, who said he needed solitude to work. Emily Dickinson, who lived a reclusive life while producing profound poetry. Bill Gates, who took solo think weeks to read and generate ideas. J.K. Rowling, who wrote much of Harry Potter in quiet cafes. These individuals understood that their introversion was not a barrier to success, but a foundation for it. Of course, not all introverts are creative professionals, and not all creative people are introverts. But the overlap is significant. For introverts who feel called to creative work, Honoring their need for solitude and deep focus is not selfishness. It is essential. It is how the work gets done. Introverts are not broken. Perhaps the most important message for introverts is this: you are not broken. You do not need to be fixed. Your preference for quiet, for depth, for solitude is not a flaw. It is a feature. It is part of who you are, and it is valid. For too long, introversion has been pathologized. Quiet children are pushed to speak up. Solitary adults are told to be more social. People who prefer small gatherings are encouraged to attend large parties. The underlying message is clear. Extroversion is normal, and introversion is deficient. This message is wrong. Introversion is a normal, healthy, natural way of being. It is found across cultures and throughout history. It is not a disorder or a problem. It is simply a different way of engaging with the world and processing energy. Roughly 30 to 50% of people identify as introverts. That is not a small minority. It is a significant portion of humanity. The harm of treating introversion as broken is real. Introverts who internalize this message may struggle with low self-esteem. They may force themselves into situations that drain them, believing they should be able to handle it. They may compare themselves to extroverts and feel inadequate. They may exhaust themselves trying to be someone they are not. Healing begins with acceptance, with recognizing that your way of being is just as valuable as any other. Your contributions matter. Your perspective is needed. Your strengths are real. You do not need to become more extroverted to be worthy or successful or loved. This does not mean never challenging yourself or growing. Introverts can learn to navigate social situations more comfortably. They can develop public speaking skills if needed. They can expand their comfort zones gradually. But this growth should come from a place of self-acceptance, not self-rejection. You are not trying to fix yourself. You are simply adding tools to your repertoire while remaining true to your core nature. Understanding overstimulation. Introverts often experience overstimulation more intensely than extroverts. Overstimulation occurs when the nervous system receives more input than it can comfortably process. This might be too much noise, too many people, too much activity, or too much stimulation from any source. For introverts, the threshold for overstimulation is typically lower than for extroverts. What does overstimulation feel like? It varies by person, but common experiences include feeling irritable, anxious, or overwhelmed. The introvert might feel a strong urge to escape, to find quiet and space. They might become snappy or withdrawn. Their mind might feel foggy, unable to think clearly. Physical symptoms can include headaches, fatigue, or tension. These are not signs of weakness. They are the nervous system's way of saying it needs a break. Recognizing the early signs of overstimulation allows introverts to take action before reaching a breaking point. Maybe they step outside for a few minutes of fresh air. Maybe they find a quiet corner to sit alone. Maybe they leave the event earlier than planned. These are not rude or antisocial behaviors. They are acts of self-care, necessary for maintaining well-being. Preventing overstimulation is also possible. Introverts can limit their exposure to overwhelming situations. They can schedule downtime after big events. They can choose smaller, quieter gatherings over large, loud ones. They can communicate their limits to others, and they can give themselves permission to say no without guilt. Understanding overstimulation also helps in relationships and work settings. When others understand that the introvert is not being difficult, but managing sensory input, compassion increases. Accommodations can be made. Expectations can be adjusted. Everyone benefits when individuals are able to function at their best. The power of observation. Introverts are natural observers. While others are actively participating, introverts are often watching, noticing, absorbing. This observation is not passive. It is an active engagement with the world, a way of understanding through careful attention. The introvert sees patterns, dynamics, and details that busier participants might miss. This observational ability serves introverts well in many contexts. In social situations, they pick up on subtle cues. They notice when someone is uncomfortable, when the mood shifts, when unspoken tensions arise. This awareness allows them to respond sensitively, to offer support where needed, to navigate complex social dynamics skillfully. In professional settings, observation translates to strategic thinking. The introvert watches how systems work, how people interact, where problems arise. They gather data over time, forming comprehensive understandings. When they finally speak or act, it is informed by this careful observation. Their insights often cut to the heart of issues because they have taken the time to truly see what is happening. Artists and writers who are introverted often credit their observational skills as central to their work. They watch the world with intense attention, collecting moments and details, a gesture, an expression, the way someone holds tension in their shoulders. These observations become material for stories, paintings, songs. The introvert transforms what they see into art. However, observation can also become avoidance. The introvert can get stuck in observer mode, always watching, never participating. This protects them from the vulnerability of engagement, but also limits experience. Growth happens when introverts balance observation with action, when they use what they see to inform how they engage. Introverts and conflict. Conflict is particularly difficult for many introverts. The heightened emotions, the need for immediate response, the intensity of confrontation, all drain energy rapidly. Many introverts will go to great lengths to avoid conflict, saying yes when they mean no, staying silent when they disagree, tolerating situations that hurt them. This conflict avoidance comes from several places. Introverts prefer harmony and peace, environments where they can relax. Conflict disrupts this. Additionally, conflict requires quick thinking and verbal sparring, skills that do not come naturally to those who prefer to process internally before speaking. The introvert may think of the perfect response hours or days after the conflict has passed. However, avoiding all conflict is unhealthy. Needs go unmet, resentments build, relationships suffer. Introverts benefit from learning to engage in conflict constructively. This does not mean becoming aggressive or combative. It means expressing needs clearly, setting boundaries firmly, and addressing problems directly when they arise. One strategy is to request time before responding. Rather than being pressured into immediate reaction, the introvert can say, "I need some time to think about this. Can we discuss it tomorrow?" This honors their need to process while still committing to address the issue. Another strategy is to communicate in writing when possible, allowing the introvert to organize thoughts carefully. In conflict, introverts should also remember their strengths. Their ability to listen deeply means they can truly hear the other person's perspective. Their thoughtfulness means they can consider solutions carefully. Their preference for peace means they are motivated to find resolution. These qualities, when combined with willingness to engage, make introverts effective at resolving conflicts meaningfully. The introvert's need for meaning. Introverts rarely do things just for the sake of doing them. They need meaning, purpose, and reason. Whether in work, relationships, or activities, introverts want to understand the why. They want to feel that their time and energy are being spent on things that matter. This need for meaning shapes how they move through the world. In work, introverts thrive when they feel their contributions are significant. A job that feels meaningless, no matter how well paid, will drain them. They want to see how their work fits into a larger purpose. They want to feel that what they do makes a difference. This is why many introverts are drawn to mission-driven work, to careers in helping professions, education, research, or creative fields. In relationships, introverts seek depth and authenticity. Surface-level connections feel empty. They want relationships where vulnerability is possible, where real things are discussed, where both people show up as they truly are. This is why introverts may have difficulty with casual friendships or acquaintances. The lack of depth feels pointless. Even in leisure activities, introverts prefer meaningful engagement. They would rather read a book that challenges them than watch mindless television. They would rather have a 2-hour conversation with one friend than attend a party with dozens of people. They would rather pursue a hobby that develops skill than pass time with activities that feel hollow. This need for meaning is not pretentious or elitist. It is simply how introverts are wired. They have limited energy, and they want to spend it on things that feel worthwhile. When they find meaning, they are deeply engaged and fulfilled. When meaning is absent, they feel drained and dissatisfied. Understanding this about themselves helps introverts make better choices. They can prioritize activities and relationships that align with their values. They can let go of obligations that feel meaningless without guilt. They can structure lives that feel purposeful rather than empty. Introverts as leaders. The stereotype of a leader is often extroverted, charismatic, outgoing, commanding attention. But introverts can be exceptional leaders, often in ways that are overlooked or undervalued. Their leadership style tends to be quieter but no less effective. They lead through listening, through thoughtful decision-making, through empowering others rather than dominating. Introverted leaders often excel at creating space for others to contribute. Because they are comfortable with silence and listening, team members feel heard and valued. Ideas can emerge from anyone, not just the loudest voice in the room. This inclusive approach often leads to better decisions because diverse perspectives are genuinely considered. Introverted leaders also tend to be thoughtful strategists. They take time to analyze situations from multiple angles before making decisions. They are less impulsive, less reactive. This measured approach can prevent costly mistakes and lead to more sustainable success. While extroverted leaders might inspire with bold, quick action, introverted leaders inspire with wisdom and carefully considered direction. Many successful leaders throughout history have been introverts. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Barack Obama, Rosa Parks, Mahatma Gandhi, Eleanor Roosevelt. These individuals led not through bombastic personality, but through quiet strength, careful thought, and deep conviction. They demonstrated that leadership comes in many forms. For introverts in leadership positions, challenges exist. They may struggle with the visibility and constant social demands of leadership roles. They may need to work harder to ensure their contributions are recognized. They may tire of meetings and prefer written communication. But with self-awareness and good boundaries, introverted leaders can thrive while remaining true to their nature. Organizations benefit from recognizing and cultivating introverted leadership. A balance of leadership styles creates more robust teams. The extroverted leader's vision, combined with the introverted leader's depth, creates powerful synergy. Both are needed. The introvert's relationship with technology. Technology has transformed life for introverts in profound ways. The internet, social media, email, and messaging platforms offer new ways to connect that play to introverted strengths. Written communication allows time to think before responding. Online interactions can be controlled, engaged with when energy permits, and set aside when needed. For many introverts, Technology has been liberating. Online, introverts can express themselves in ways that feel difficult face-to-face. They can share ideas, build communities, and form connections without the drain of in-person socializing. Many introverts have rich online social lives while maintaining minimal in-person contact. This is not antisocial. It is simply using tools that align with their temperament. However, technology also presents challenges. Social media can create pressure to be constantly available and responsive. The expectation of immediate replies to messages can feel burdensome. The performative nature of platforms like Instagram can feel exhausting. The constant stream of information and stimulation can overwhelm the sensitive introvert nervous system. Many introverts benefit from setting boundaries with technology, designated times for checking messages and social media rather than constant availability. Curating online spaces to include only meaningful connections and content. Taking regular breaks from screens to allow the mind to rest. These practices help introverts enjoy the benefits of technology without being overwhelmed by it. Video calls present a particular challenge. While they enable connection across distance, they are surprisingly draining. The constant need to make eye contact, the inability to look away, the awkwardness of delayed responses, all create cognitive load. Many introverts find video calls more exhausting than in-person conversations. Mixing video calls with phone calls or written communication can help manage this fatigue. Overall, technology is a tool. For introverts, it can enable connection in ways that honor their needs. But like any tool, it must be used intentionally and with awareness of its effects. Introverts and crowds. Few things drain an introvert faster than being in a crowd. Whether it is a concert, a busy mall, a crowded subway, or a large event, the press of many bodies and the noise of many voices creates intense overstimulation. The introvert may feel anxious, claustrophobic, or desperate to escape. This is not agoraphobia or social anxiety, though those can certainly exist alongside introversion. It is simply a nervous system that becomes overwhelmed by too much input. In crowds, the introvert cannot retreat. They are surrounded, trapped in a sea of stimulation. Everywhere they turn, there are people, noise, movement. There is nowhere to rest their attention. Their system goes into overdrive, processing all this input while also trying to manage their own emotions and needs. It is exhausting. Some introverts cope by using headphones, creating a bubble of familiar sound. Others focus on a single companion, narrowing their attention to one conversation. Some simply endure, knowing they will need significant recovery time afterward. And many avoid crowds whenever possible, choosing less popular times to shop, attending smaller events, and structuring their lives to minimize exposure to overwhelming situations. Understanding this response helps introverts make peace with their limits. They are not weak or deficient for finding crowds difficult. They are simply wired differently. Honoring this wiring by avoiding or limiting crowd exposure when possible is an act of self-respect. The introvert's sense of time. Introverts often have a different relationship with time than extroverts. They need more of it, more time to process information, more time to recharge after social interaction, more time to make decisions, more time to warm up in social situations. Rushing an introvert rarely works well. They function best when given space to move at their own pace. This need for time can create friction in a fast-paced world. Meetings where decisions must be made on the spot disadvantage introverts. Social situations where conversation moves rapidly can leave them behind. Relationships that demand constant engagement can feel suffocating. The pressure to speed up, to keep pace, to respond immediately, creates stress. Introverts benefit from advocating for the time they need, asking for advance notice before meetings so they can prepare, requesting time to consider important decisions before responding, setting expectations in relationships about response times, choosing careers and lifestyles that allow for a sustainable pace rather than constant urgency. Time alone is particularly important. This is when introverts process the experiences they have accumulated, integrate new information, and restore their energy. Without adequate alone time, introverts become depleted and unable to function well. They may become irritable, forgetful, anxious, or disconnected. Regular solitude is not a luxury, but a necessity. Understanding their own rhythms allows introverts to structure time wisely. They can schedule demanding social events with recovery time built in afterward. They can plan their days to include periods of quiet and focus. They can stop apologizing for needing time and start honoring it as essential. Introverts and nature. Many introverts find solace in nature. The quiet of a forest, the vastness of an ocean, the stillness of a mountain. These environments offer the peace introverts crave. In nature, there are no social demands, no small talk, no need to perform. There is only the wind, the trees, the sky, and the self. For introverts, time in nature is deeply restorative. Nature also stimulates the introvert's observational nature. There is always something to notice: the pattern of leaves, the sound of birdsong, the way light moves through branches. This gentle stimulation engages the mind without overwhelming it. It is the opposite of a crowded city street, where stimulation comes from all directions with no reprieve. Walking alone in nature is a common practice among introverts. It combines physical movement with solitude and natural beauty. The rhythm of walking quiets the mind. The scenery provides interest without demands. Many introverts return from such walks feeling clearer, calmer, and more themselves. Of course, not all introverts love nature, and not all nature lovers are introverts, but the overlap is significant enough to be notable. The qualities that nature offers, quiet, beauty, solitude, peace, align well with what introverts need to thrive. For urban-dwelling introverts, even small doses of nature help. A park, a garden, a tree-lined street. Any bit of green can provide a moment of respite. And when longer immersion is possible, a weekend camping trip or a day hike, the restorative effects can last for days. The myth of the antisocial introvert. One of the most persistent misconceptions about introverts is that they are antisocial. This is false. Introverts are not opposed to social interaction. They are not hermits who hate people. They are simply people who need to manage their social energy carefully. Many introverts love socializing. They just need it in smaller doses and with adequate recovery time. The confusion arises because introverts often limit social engagement. They decline invitations. They leave parties early. They prefer small gatherings to large ones. From the outside, this can look like antisocial behavior, but it is actually careful energy management. The introvert is not avoiding people. They are protecting their well-being. True antisocial behavior involves a lack of regard for others, a violation of social norms, and sometimes harmful actions. That is not introversion. Introverts care deeply about others. They value relationships. They want connection. They simply need that connection to happen in ways that do not deplete them. When introverts do socialize, they are often fully present. Because they are not spread thin across many superficial interactions, they can invest deeply in the conversations and connections they do have. Their socializing may be less frequent, but it is often more meaningful. Understanding this distinction is important for introverts and the people in their lives. Introverts are not rejecting others by needing space. They are honoring their own needs, so they can show up more fully when they do engage. This is healthy, not antisocial. Introverts and hobbies. Introverts often have rich hobby lives. With more time spent alone or in quiet, they develop interests and skills that require sustained attention and focus. These hobbies become sources of deep satisfaction and meaning. They are not just ways to pass time, but expressions of identity and creativity. Common introvert hobbies include reading, writing, drawing, painting, playing musical instruments, crafting, gaming, coding, gardening, and various forms of making. These activities can be done alone, require concentration, and produce something tangible or meaningful. They engage the mind and hands in ways that feel fulfilling. Hobbies also provide introverts with a way to recharge. After a day of meetings and social interaction, coming home to knit or play piano or work on a puzzle allows the introvert to decompress. The activity provides just enough engagement to occupy the mind while not demanding social energy. It is active rest. Many introverts become quite skilled at their hobbies because they invest significant time in them. What starts as casual interest can develop into expertise. Some introverts even turn hobbies into careers, finding ways to make a living from activities they already love. The key is that hobbies provide a space where the introvert can be fully themselves without external demands. There is no one to please, no performance required, no need to explain or justify. It is pure engagement with something that brings joy. Introverts in education. The education system, particularly in Western cultures, tends to favor extroversion. Class participation is rewarded. Group work is common. Quiet students are encouraged to speak up more. The message is clear. Being vocal and socially engaged is valued. For introverted students, this can create significant stress. Introverted students may excel academically but struggle with participation grades. They may understand the material deeply but hesitate to raise their hand in a classroom of 30 peers. They may dread group projects where they must navigate social dynamics while trying to do good work. Their quietness may be misinterpreted as lack of understanding or engagement. However, when given the right environment, introverted students thrive. Independent study allows them to go deep. Written assignments let them express understanding fully. Smaller discussion groups feel safer than large classes. Teachers who recognize and value different learning styles can help introverted students succeed without forcing them to become something they are not. Online learning has opened new possibilities for introverted students. They can engage with material at their own pace, participate in discussions via writing, and avoid the sensory overwhelm of a busy classroom. While online learning is not perfect, it does offer flexibility that can benefit introverts. For introverted students navigating traditional educational settings, strategies help. Talking to teachers about their learning style and needs can lead to accommodations. Choosing to participate strategically rather than constantly can satisfy requirements without causing burnout. Finding study spaces that are quiet and comfortable supports focus. And connecting with other introverted students can provide community and understanding. Introverts and decision-making. Introverts approach decisions differently than extroverts. Where an extrovert might decide quickly, trusting their gut or talking through options aloud, introverts need time. They want to consider all angles, weigh pros and cons, imagine outcomes, and think carefully before committing. This process cannot be rushed. This thorough approach has advantages. Introverts often make well-considered decisions because they have taken time to think deeply. They are less likely to be impulsive or reactive. They consider long-term implications. When they finally decide, they usually feel confident in their choice because they have examined it thoroughly. However, this careful process can also create challenges. In situations requiring quick decisions, introverts may struggle. They may feel pressured to choose before they are ready, or they may delay decisions indefinitely, gathering more information, waiting for certainty that never comes. Overthinking can lead to analysis paralysis. Finding balance is important. Some decisions require thorough consideration, others do not. Learning to distinguish between the two helps introverts allocate their mental energy wisely. For major life decisions, taking time is appropriate. For minor choices, practicing trust in gut feelings can reduce decision fatigue. Introverts also benefit from externalizing their decision-making process. Writing down options, pros and cons, and thoughts can help organize internal processing. Talking with a trusted person can provide clarity. These external tools support the internal work the introvert is doing. Introverts and routine. Many introverts thrive on routine. Having predictable structures reduces the need to make constant decisions and manage uncertainty. It creates a sense of control and calm. When introverts know what to expect, they can relax. Their energy is not spent adapting to new situations, but can be directed toward activities they value. Morning routines might include coffee, reading, journaling, or quiet time before engaging with others. Evening routines might involve winding down activities that transition from day to rest. These rituals create boundaries and rhythms that protect the introvert's energy. They are not rigidity, but self-care. However, routine can also become a trap. The introvert may become so attached to their routines that any disruption causes disproportionate stress. They may avoid new experiences because they disrupt the comfortable familiar. Growth requires some flexibility, some willingness to step outside established patterns. The key is conscious routine. Routines chosen intentionally to support well-being, rather than routines maintained out of fear or resistance to change. The introvert asks, "Does this routine serve me? Does it create space for what matters? Or has it become a limitation?" Adjusting routines as life changes ensures they remain supportive rather than restrictive. Introverts and transitions. Transitions are particularly difficult for many introverts. Whether transitioning from home to work, from quiet to social, from focus to meetings, or from one environment to another, these shifts require adjustment. The introvert's system needs time to recalibrate. Being rushed through transitions creates stress and reduces effectiveness. This is why introverts often build in buffer time. They arrive early to new places to orient themselves. They schedule breaks between meetings to reset. They give themselves time in the morning before engaging with others. These buffers are not laziness. They are necessary pauses that allow the introvert to transition smoothly. Major life transitions, like moving, changing jobs, or ending relationships, affect introverts deeply. They need time to process these changes, to grieve what was lost, and to adjust to what is new. Pushing them to move on quickly or stay positive can be harmful. They need space to feel and think through transitions at their own pace. Understanding this need for transition time helps introverts plan their lives more effectively. They can build in the cushions they need rather than moving from one thing to the next without pause. They can communicate to others that they need time rather than apologizing for not adapting instantly. And they can give themselves grace during periods of transition, recognizing that adjustment is a process. The introvert's body language. Body language can reveal an introvert's energy state, even when their words do not. When comfortable and energized, an introvert might make steady eye contact, lean in during conversation, and appear relaxed. When depleted or overstimulated, their body language shifts. They might avoid eye contact, cross their arms, angle their body away, or show other signs of withdrawal. For introverts, maintaining open, engaged body language requires energy. It is part of the social performance. When energy runs low, maintaining this becomes difficult. The body naturally closes off, seeking protection from further stimulation. This is not rudeness or disinterest. It is the body's wisdom, signaling the need for rest. Understanding this helps introverts recognize their limits. When they notice their body closing off, they can acknowledge the need for a break. It also helps others who interact with introverts. Recognizing these signals allows them to give the introverts space rather than pushing for continued engagement. Eye contact is particularly significant. Many introverts find sustained eye contact draining. It feels intense, demanding, almost intrusive. They might look away during conversation or focus on something nearby while listening. This is not avoidance, but a way to reduce stimulation. They are still fully engaged. Their eyes just need a break. In cultures that value strong eye contact as a sign of respect or honesty, introverts can feel pressured to maintain it despite the discomfort. Understanding that eye contact preferences vary can reduce this pressure. Both eye contact and occasional looking away can be respectful and attentive. Introverts and empathy. Many introverts are highly empathic. They feel others' emotions deeply, sometimes overwhelmingly. This empathy stems partly from their observational nature. They notice subtle emotional cues and resonate with them. They also spend time thinking about people and their experiences, which builds understanding and compassion. This deep empathy is a gift. It allows introverts to connect meaningfully, to offer genuine support, and to understand perspectives different from their own. Friends and loved ones often turn to introverts in times of need because they know they will be truly heard and understood. However, this empathy can also be exhausting. Feeling others' emotions as strongly as their own means, introverts can become overwhelmed in emotionally charged situations. Being around someone who is very upset, angry, or anxious can drain the introvert as if they are experiencing those emotions themselves. This is especially true in crowds, where multiple emotional energies swirl together. Protecting empathic energy is important. This might mean limiting exposure to distressing content, news, or situations. It might mean consciously separating oneself from others' emotions, recognizing which feelings are truly one's own and which are absorbed. It might mean creating practices that clear accumulated emotional energy, like time in nature, creative expression, or meditation. For introverts working in helping professions, teaching, counseling, healthcare, managing empathy is essential to avoid burnout. Regular supervision, peer support, and strong boundaries between work and personal life help. So does recognition that caring for others starts with caring for oneself. Introverts and authenticity. Introverts often value authenticity deeply. Pretense and performance feel exhausting and empty. They want to be real, to show up as they truly are, and to connect with others who do the same. This authenticity is both a strength and a vulnerability. The strength is that introverts build genuine connections. When they let people in, they share their real selves. This creates deep bonds based on true understanding. There is no facade to maintain, no energy wasted pretending. The relationships are built on solid ground. The vulnerability is that authenticity requires courage in a world that often rewards performance. Showing your real self means risking rejection, judgment, or misunderstanding. For introverts who already feel different or outside the norm, this risk can feel enormous. Many introverts struggle with the tension between authenticity and social acceptance. They learn to wear masks in situations where being fully themselves feels unsafe. At work, they might act more outgoing. At family gatherings, they might hide their need for space. In new relationships, they might hide their quirks until they feel secure. Healing this tension involves finding spaces where authenticity is safe, relationships where you can be fully yourself without judgment, communities that value depth and realness, work environments that respect different temperaments. As introverts cultivate these spaces, the need to perform decreases. They can bring more of their authentic self into more situations. This does not mean being completely unfiltered in all contexts. Some situations require professionalism or tact, but there is a difference between appropriate adaptation and complete self-suppression. Introverts thrive when they can be mostly authentic most of the time. Introverts and digital communication. The rise of digital communication has been both blessing and complication for introverts. Email, texting, and messaging allow for thoughtful, asynchronous communication that plays to introvert strengths. They can compose responses carefully, engage when energy permits, and avoid the pressures of immediate verbal exchange. Writing also allows introverts to express themselves more fully than they might in conversation. They can organize thoughts, find precise words, and communicate complex ideas without interruption. Many introverts discover they are more articulate in writing than in speaking. They can finally express what lives inside them. However, digital communication also brings challenges. The expectation of immediate response can create pressure. Seeing messages pile up can feel overwhelming. The lack of non-verbal cues in text can lead to misunderstandings. And the constant connectivity can erode the boundaries that protect solitude. Managing digital communication requires intentionality. This might mean turning off notifications, checking messages at specific times rather than constantly, or being clear with others about response time expectations. It might mean choosing which platforms to engage with and letting go of others. It is about using technology on your terms rather than letting it dictate your energy. For introverts, digital communication is a tool. Used wisely, it can enhance connection while respecting their needs. Used unconsciously, it can become another source of drain. The key is awareness and choice. Introverts and boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential for introverts, perhaps more so than for extroverts. Without clear boundaries, others can easily drain an introvert's energy. The introvert must learn to say no, to protect their time and space, and to honor their own limits, even when others do not understand. Boundaries might look like limiting social commitments, declining invitations without guilt, leaving events when needed, or protecting time alone. They might involve communication, like asking others to text rather than call, or requesting notice before visits. They might be physical, like having a space at home that is just for the introvert. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable, especially for introverts who are empathic and do not want to disappoint others. They may fear being seen as selfish, cold, or uncaring. But boundaries are not rejection. They are self-preservation. They enable the introvert to show up more fully when they do engage, because they are not depleted. Learning to set boundaries is a skill. It starts with knowing your own limits. What drains you? What restores you? How much social time can you handle? How much solitude do you need? With this self-knowledge, you can begin to communicate your needs to others. Not everyone will understand or respect boundaries. Some people may push back, try to guilt the introvert, or dismiss their needs. This is where conviction becomes important. The introvert must believe in the validity of their boundaries, enough to maintain them even in the face of resistance. Over time, those who truly care will learn to respect the boundaries. Those who do not may naturally fall away. Introverts and burnout. Introverts are particularly susceptible to burnout because they live in a world that often does not accommodate their needs. Constant social demands, overstimulating environments, and insufficient downtime accumulate until the system crashes. Burnout for an introvert is a serious state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. Signs of introvert burnout include chronic fatigue, increased irritability, difficulty concentrating, emotional numbness, withdrawal from all social contact, physical symptoms like headaches or illness, and a sense of being overwhelmed by everything. The world feels too loud, too much, too fast. Simple tasks become monumental. Preventing burnout requires regular self-care. This means protecting solitude time fiercely. It means saying no more often. It means reducing commitments. It means creating a lifestyle that is sustainable rather than constantly pushing limits. Prevention is far easier than recovery. If burnout does occur, recovery requires significant rest. This is not a weekend off. It may require weeks or months of reduced activity, increased solitude, and gentle self-care. The introvert must resist the urge to bounce back quickly. True recovery takes time. Rushing it leads to relapse. During recovery, the introvert benefits from being gentle with themselves. This is not weakness or failure. It is the consequence of living out of alignment with one's nature for too long. The lesson is to adjust life going forward so that burnout becomes less likely. This might mean changing jobs, ending draining relationships, or fundamentally restructuring how time and energy are spent. Introverts and parenting. Introverted parents face unique challenges. Parenting is demanding, requiring constant availability, emotional regulation, and social engagement. For introverts, who need solitude to recharge, the non-stop nature of parenting, especially with young children, can be depleting. Introverted parents may struggle with playgroups and parent socializing. They may feel guilty for not wanting to attend every event or birthday party. They may long for quiet while surrounded by noise. They may feel touched out, craving physical space when their child wants constant contact. These feelings are normal and do not indicate lack of love. Introverted parents also bring strengths. They are often patient listeners, able to truly hear their children. They model the value of quiet, of reading, of reflection. They teach children that different temperaments are valid, and they tend to respect their children's own need for space and autonomy. If the child is extroverted, the introverted parent must work to meet needs different from their own. This might mean facilitating social opportunities, even when the parent would prefer quiet. It might mean accepting a higher activity level than is comfortable. The key is finding balance, where both parent and child's needs are honored. If the child is also introverted, the parent can offer deep understanding and support. They can protect the child from pressure to be more outgoing. They can create a home environment that feels safe and calm. They can help the child understand and embrace their temperament. All parents need breaks, but introverted parents need them in specific ways. A break is not necessarily social adult time. It might be solitude, quiet, uninterrupted time to rest. Partners and support systems that understand this can make a tremendous difference in the introverted parent's well-being. Introverts and aging. As introverts age, some aspects of their temperament may intensify, while others may shift. Many older introverts report caring less about others' opinions and feeling more confident in their preferences. The pressure to conform or perform diminishes. They become more unapologetically themselves. Retirement can be a gift for introverts if they have maintained interests and hobbies. Suddenly, they have time for reading, creating, learning, and pursuing passions without the demands of work. They can structure their days entirely around their preferences. Solitude becomes abundant rather than scarce. However, aging can also bring challenges. Mobility limitations might reduce access to solitary nature experiences. Health issues might require more interaction with medical systems. Loss of loved ones can create isolation that crosses from solitude into loneliness. The introvert must navigate these changes while maintaining connection to what nourishes them. Social connections become increasingly important with age, even for introverts. Research shows that loneliness and isolation negatively impact health. Introverts benefit from maintaining a few close relationships, even if they do not have wide social circles. These connections provide support, meaning, and engagement. Many introverts find that as they age, they become more selective about how they spend time and with whom. They have less tolerance for superficiality and drama. They want depth, authenticity, and peace. This selectivity is not bitterness, but wisdom. Life is finite. Spending it on what truly matters becomes paramount. Introverts and travel. Travel presents both opportunities and challenges for introverts. On one hand, exploring new places can be fascinating. Introverts often love learning, experiencing different cultures, and observing new environments. On the other hand, travel is often overstimulating, socially demanding, and exhausting. Group travel can be particularly difficult. Being with others constantly, navigating group decisions, and maintaining social engagement without breaks drains introverts quickly. Many prefer solo travel or traveling with one trusted companion. This allows them to set the pace, include downtime, and retreat when needed. Solo travel offers introverts the freedom to be completely themselves. They can spend a day reading in a cafe if they want. They can skip tourist attractions that do not interest them. They can have entire days without speaking to anyone. This independence is liberating. However, solo travel also requires the introvert to handle all interactions, navigation, and decisions alone. This can be tiring in unfamiliar places. Finding balance between engagement and rest becomes important. Perhaps mornings are for exploring, and afternoons are for returning to the hotel to recharge. Travel fatigue is real for introverts. After a trip, they often need days to recover, not just from jet lag, but from the constant stimulation and social interaction. Planning recovery time is as important as planning the trip itself. Introverts and celebration. Celebrations, birthdays, holidays, graduations. These events are often designed with extroverts in mind. Large gatherings, extended social time, high energy, and excitement. For introverts, celebrations can feel more draining than joyful. They may dread their own birthday parties or feel guilty for wanting to skip holiday gatherings. The introvert may love the people and want to celebrate but struggle with the format. A big party feels overwhelming. Being the center of attention feels uncomfortable. The noise and energy drain them quickly. Yet they also do not want to disappoint others or miss out on important moments. Finding alternative ways to celebrate can help. Perhaps a small dinner with close friends rather than a large party. Perhaps a quiet day doing favorite activities rather than a big event. Perhaps marking the occasion in a way that feels meaningful to the introvert rather than following convention. Introverts can also communicate their preferences to loved ones. Explaining that they want to celebrate differently does not mean they do not care. It means they want to celebrate in a way that allows them to actually enjoy it. Most people who truly care will understand and accommodate. During unavoidable large celebrations, introverts can practice self-care, taking breaks, stepping outside for air, finding quiet corners, limiting time, and allowing themselves to leave early. They can show up, participate meaningfully, and then retreat when needed. without guilt. The introvert's writing life. Many writers are introverts, and it is easy to understand why. Writing requires solitude, sustained focus, and time spent in one's inner world. It is a way of processing and expressing that aligns perfectly with introverted strengths. The introvert who struggles to speak extemporaneously in meetings might write brilliant essays. The one who goes quiet at parties might pour themselves into novels. Writing offers introverts control and time that conversation does not. They can choose words carefully, revise, and ensure their meaning is precise. They can express complex thoughts that would be difficult to articulate verbally. The page does not interrupt, judge, or rush them. It waits patiently while they think. For many introverts, writing becomes a primary mode of processing life. Journaling helps them understand their experiences, emotions, and thoughts. Creative writing allows them to explore ideas and perspectives. Even professional writing, reports, emails, proposals, lets them communicate more effectively than they might in person. The solitary nature of writing also appeals. Writers spend hours alone with their work. This solitude is not lonely for introverts. It is necessary. It is where the real work happens. They may collaborate at times, but the core act of writing is solitary. However, the writing life also requires introverts to engage in extroverted activities at times. Publishing involves promotion, interviews, readings, and socializing. Many introverted writers find this aspect painful. They must balance the solitary joy of writing with the social demands of sharing that work with the world. Introverts and spirituality. Many introverts are drawn to spiritual practices and questions. The contemplative nature of spirituality, the focus on inner life, and the value placed on silence and reflection resonate with introverted temperaments. Whether through organized religion, meditation, philosophy, or personal spiritual exploration, introverts often have rich spiritual lives. Practices like meditation, prayer, or contemplation suit introverts naturally. These practices require quiet, solitude, and inward focus. They restore energy while also providing meaning and connection to something larger. Many introverts find these practices essential to their well-being. However, religious and spiritual communities are often quite social. Services, gatherings, and fellowship activities can be draining. Introverts may love the spiritual aspect, but struggle with the community expectations. They may feel like bad members for not attending every event or socializing more. Finding balance is possible. Perhaps attending services but skipping fellowship hour. Perhaps engaging in solitary spiritual practices more than communal ones. Perhaps seeking smaller, quieter spiritual communities. The key is honoring both the spiritual hunger and the introverted needs. Many introverts also find spirituality in nature, art, or solitude itself. These become sacred spaces where they connect with meaning, beauty, and transcendence. Spirituality does not have to be communal to be real and profound. Introverts and money. Financial security provides introverts with something precious: choice. The choice to say no to draining work. The choice to structure life around their needs. The choice to live in ways that honor their temperament. Without financial pressure, introverts can protect their energy more effectively. However, introverts sometimes struggle financially because the paths to wealth often involve extroverted skills. Networking, self-promotion, sales, aggressive negotiation. These are not natural strengths for many introverts. They may be competent or brilliant, but struggle to get recognized or rewarded appropriately. Learning to navigate the financial world in introverted ways helps. This might mean developing written communication skills that showcase abilities. It might mean finding careers where deep expertise is valued over schmoozing. It might mean creating passive income streams that do not require constant social engagement. Introverts also tend to be thoughtful about spending. They prefer quality over quantity, experiences over things, and investments that provide lasting value. They may spend less on social activities and more on creating comfortable, peaceful home environments. Their financial choices often reflect their values and needs. For introverted entrepreneurs, business models that respect their energy are important. Perhaps online businesses that minimize face-to-face interaction. Perhaps consulting with a small number of clients rather than many. Perhaps creating products rather than offering services that require constant availability. The key is designing work that is both financially viable and sustainable for an introverted nervous system. Introverts and community. While introverts do not need large social circles, they do need community. Humans are social creatures, even introverted ones. The question is not whether introverts need others, but how much and in what ways. Community for an introvert looks different than for an extrovert, but it is no less important. Introverted community is often small and deep. A few close friends who truly know and accept them. A partner who understands their needs. Family members who respect boundaries. These core relationships provide belonging, support, and connection. They are enough. Introverts may also find community through shared interests rather than social bonding. A book club, a writing group, an online forum about a hobby. These offer connection without the pressure of purely social interaction. The shared focus gives structure and purpose, making interaction easier. Creating community intentionally is important. Introverts must reach out, even when it feels difficult. They must maintain connections, even when solitude feels easier. Without effort, isolation can creep in. The challenge is finding the balance between enough connection and too much. Online communities have opened new possibilities for introverts. They can connect with like-minded people globally, participate when energy permits, and engage in ways that feel comfortable. These communities are real and valuable, even if they never meet in person. The key is recognizing that needing community is not a weakness. It does not mean an introvert is failing at introversion. It means they are human. Finding and maintaining community in ways that honor their temperament is part of living well as an introvert. Introverts and self-care. Self-care is not optional for introverts. It is essential. Without regular practices that restore energy and honor their needs, introverts decline physically, emotionally, and mentally. Self-care for introverts centers on protecting and replenishing their energy through practices aligned with their nature. Physical self-care includes adequate sleep, which introverts often need more of than extroverts. Rest is not laziness, but necessary recovery. It includes movement that feels good, whether yoga, walking, or dancing alone. It includes nourishing food and environments that feel peaceful. The body must be cared for to support the sensitive nervous system. Emotional self-care involves processing feelings, which introverts typically do best alone. Journaling, therapy, creative expression, or simply sitting with emotions allows them to move through feelings rather than suppressing them. It also involves setting boundaries that protect emotional energy from unnecessary drain. Mental self-care includes engaging the mind in ways that feel stimulating without overwhelming. Reading, learning, puzzles, or creative projects provide positive mental stimulation. It also includes limiting exposure to negative content, news overload, or mentally exhausting situations. The mind needs both engagement and rest. Spiritual self-care, however an introvert defines spirituality, provides meaning and connection to something larger. This might be time in nature, meditation, prayer, creative expression, or philosophical contemplation. These practices remind introverts that they are part of something beyond themselves. Most importantly, self-care for introverts is guilt-free. It is not selfish to honor your needs. It is necessary. Self-care enables you to show up more fully for others, to do better work, and to live with greater peace. It is the foundation of everything else. The introvert's relationship with music. Music holds a special place for many introverts. It provides company without social demand. It offers emotional expression and release. It creates atmosphere and mood. Many introverts have deeply personal relationships with music, using it as a tool for both stimulation and restoration. Certain types of music help introverts recharge. Gentle, instrumental, or ambient music creates peaceful environments. Classical, jazz, or nature sounds provide background that soothes without demanding attention. Many introverts use music intentionally to create the calm they need. Other music helps introverts feel and express emotions. Sad songs validate and release grief. Angry music provides outlet for frustration. Joyful music lifts spirits. Introverts often have carefully curated playlists for different emotional needs. Music becomes a companion in emotional processing. For some introverts, making music is central to their lives. Playing instruments, singing, or composing offers creative expression and flow states. The practice is often solitary, providing both the activity and the solitude that restore energy. Even if they never perform for others, the music itself matters. However, introverts are also sensitive to unwanted music and noise. Background music in stores, loud venues, or neighbors' music can be overwhelming. They prefer quiet or music they choose. Having control over their sonic environment is important for managing stimulation. Introverts and reading. Reading is a quintessentially introverted activity. It is solitary, requires focus, and provides deep engagement with ideas and stories. For many introverts, reading is both pleasure and necessity. It is how they recharge, how they learn, how they escape, and how they understand the world and themselves. Books offer introverts something unique: intimate connection without social demand. Through reading, they enter other minds, other experiences, other worlds. They form relationships with characters and authors. They feel deeply moved, challenged, and changed by what they read. These experiences are profoundly meaningful, yet require no social energy. Reading also feeds the introvert's need for depth and meaning. Whether fiction or non-fiction, books allow sustained exploration of ideas. Unlike the quick hits of social media or the surface level of small talk, books go deep. They take time. They require attention. For introverts, this depth is satisfying. Many introverts are voracious readers, always in the middle of multiple books. Their homes overflow with books. Their wish lists are endless, and they feel genuine joy in bookstores and libraries. Reading is not just a hobby but a way of life. However, the love of reading can also become escape. The introvert may retreat into books to avoid difficult emotions, challenging situations, or necessary engagement with life. Balance is important. Reading enriches life but should not replace it entirely. Introverts and pets. Many introverts find deep companionship with pets. Animals offer connection without the complexity of human interaction. They do not require small talk, emotional labor, or social performance. They accept you as you are, asking only for basic care and attention in return. For introverts, this relationship can be ideal. Pets also provide routine and purpose. They need feeding, walking, and care, which structures the day and gets introverts moving. Walking a dog, for instance, combines exercise, nature, solitude, and companionship. It meets multiple needs simultaneously. The presence of a pet can be deeply comforting. A cat curled nearby while reading, a dog resting at your feet while working. These quiet companionships provide warmth without demand. Many introverts find that pets help them feel less alone during long periods of solitude. For introverts who struggle with human connection, pets can be a bridge. They practice caregiving, responsibility, and affection with an animal, which can translate into more comfort with human relationships. Pets provide low-stakes relationship experience. However, pets also require extroverted activities. Vet visits, groomers, trainers, pet stores, all involve social interaction. Walking dogs might lead to encounters with chatty neighbors. These are trade-offs introverts must consider. Overall, for many introverts, the companionship and comfort of pets far outweigh the occasional social demands. The relationship enriches their lives significantly. Introverts and seasons. Many introverts notice their energy fluctuates with seasons. This is partly biological. All humans are affected by light and temperature, but introverts may be particularly sensitive to these shifts. Understanding seasonal patterns helps introverts plan and adjust their expectations. Winter often appeals to introverts. The cold and darkness provide natural reasons to stay inside. Holiday socializing aside, winter is a season of hibernation, reflection, and inward focus. Many introverts thrive in winter's permission to be still and quiet. The coziness of home feels particularly restorative. Spring brings renewal, but also increased social expectations. As weather improves, there are more invitations, events, and pressure to be out and about. Introverts may enjoy some of this, but also feel the demands increasing. Balancing enjoyment of spring with protecting energy becomes important. Summer is often the most challenging season for introverts. Long days mean less darkness to retreat into. Hot weather can limit outdoor solitary activities. Social expectations peak with barbecues, parties, and gatherings. Vacation plans might involve travel and group activities. Summer can be exhausting. Fall offers transition and return to quieter rhythms. The cooling weather, shorter days, and cultural focus on settling in align well with introverted needs. Many introverts feel relief as fall arrives, as if they can finally breathe again. Understanding these patterns allows introverts to prepare. They can plan more social engagement in seasons when they have more energy and protect solitude more fiercely in draining seasons. They can stop fighting their natural rhythms and work with them instead. The introvert's morning routine. How an introvert begins the day significantly impacts their entire experience. Morning routines that honor their needs set them up for success. Those that force immediate engagement before they are ready create stress that lasts all day. Many introverts need slow, quiet mornings. They want time to wake gradually, to have coffee or tea in silence, to ease into the day. Being thrust immediately into conversation or activity feels jarring. Partners and family members who understand this can give the introvert space in the morning. Morning routines often include solitary activities that transition from sleep to wakefulness. Reading, journaling, stretching, meditating, or simply sitting quietly with thoughts. These practices ground the introvert and prepare them to engage with the world. Rushing through or skipping them leaves them feeling off-kilter. For introverts who live with others, especially extroverts, morning boundaries might be necessary. Perhaps establishing that the first hour is quiet time. Perhaps the introvert wakes earlier to have solitude before others rise. Perhaps communication happens via notes rather than conversation. until the introvert is ready. The ideal morning routine is personal and intentional. It includes whatever practices help that particular introvert feel centered and ready. It is protected time, not to be given up for minor obligations or other people's preferences. This is not selfishness. It is setting up the day for success, introverts, and change. Change is difficult for many introverts. Even positive changes, like new jobs, moves, or relationships, require adjustment, and adjustment requires energy. During periods of change, introverts need even more solitude and recovery time than usual. Yet often, major changes bring increased demands that make solitude scarce. The introvert's need for predictability and routine means change disrupts their primary coping mechanisms. The familiar structures that help them manage energy are suddenly gone. They must expend additional energy, navigating new situations, while simultaneously building new routines. This is exhausting. Additionally, change often involves increased social interaction. New jobs mean meeting colleagues. Moves mean encountering neighbors. New relationships mean integrating someone into daily life. All of this is draining, even when wanted. Managing change requires introverts to be extra protective of their energy. This might mean declining optional social events during transition periods. It might mean taking more breaks or days off. It might mean asking for support from trusted people. It is about recognizing that capacity is reduced during change and adjusting expectations accordingly. Some introverts resist change altogether, staying in unsatisfying situations because the known feels safer than the unknown. While stability is valuable, sometimes change is necessary for growth. The key is choosing change thoughtfully and preparing for it as much as possible. Gradual change is easier than sudden upheaval. Planning transition support makes the process more manageable. Introverts and advocacy. Introverts must often advocate for themselves in a world that does not naturally accommodate their needs. This advocacy can feel uncomfortable, especially for those who avoid conflict or drawing attention. Yet without it, introverts suffer unnecessarily. Advocacy might mean asking for a quiet workspace in an open office. It might mean requesting written communication instead of meetings. It might mean explaining to loved ones why you need time alone. It might mean declining invitations without excessive explanation or apology. It is about clearly stating your needs. This requires confidence in the validity of those needs. Introverts must believe they have the right to ask for what they require to function well. This confidence often develops over time, through experience of what happens when needs are honored versus ignored. The difference is stark. Some workplaces, schools, and relationships are more receptive to advocacy than others. Supportive environments will accommodate reasonable requests. Unsupportive ones may dismiss or minimize introvert needs. This information helps introverts decide where to invest their energy and where to set firmer boundaries or even walk away. Advocacy is also collective. When introverts share their experiences and needs publicly, they help create broader understanding. They make it easier for other introverts to speak up. They contribute to cultural shift toward recognizing and valuing different temperaments. Individual advocacy becomes part of larger change. The introvert's energy accounting. Introverts benefit from thinking of their energy as a resource to be managed carefully. Like money in a bank account, they start each day with a certain amount. Activities either withdraw from or deposit into this account. The goal is to end the day without going into negative balance, which leads to exhaustion and eventually burnout. Social interactions generally withdraw energy. The amount varies based on the situation, comfort level, and people involved. A brief, pleasant interaction with a friend might be a small withdrawal, A day of meetings with strangers might be enormous. Understanding the cost of different activities helps in planning. Solitary activities generally deposit energy. Reading, creative hobbies, time in nature, quiet relaxation. These restore the introvert. They need enough deposits to balance the withdrawals. If there are too many withdrawals without adequate deposits, the account goes negative. Some activities are neutral or mixed. Work might be engaging and meaningful, but still draining. Exercise might be physically tiring, but mentally restorative. Learning to recognize what each activity truly costs or provides is part of self-knowledge. Managing the energy account means planning the week or month, not just the day. If a weekend includes a wedding, that is a major withdrawal. The introvert needs to ensure deposits before and after. Maybe they say no to other events that week. Maybe they schedule a quiet weekend afterward. This is not being high maintenance. This is sustainable living. When introverts operate from a depleted energy account, everything becomes harder. They are irritable, forgetful, anxious, and unable to cope with normal demands. Maintaining a positive energy balance is essential to functioning and well-being. Introverts and misunderstanding. Being misunderstood is a common experience for introverts. Others interpret their quietness as aloofness, their need for solitude as rejection, their careful thinking as slowness, their listening as disinterest. These misunderstandings can hurt, especially when they come from people the introvert cares about. The introvert may be deeply engaged but appear disconnected. They may care intensely but not show it in expected ways. They may be having a wonderful time but look subdued. The gap between internal experience and external presentation leads to frequent miscommunication. Some misunderstandings stem from extroverted assumptions. The extrovert assumes everyone is energized by socializing, so the introvert who leaves early must not be having fun. They assume quick verbal response indicates intelligence, so the introvert who pauses to think seems slow. They assume more is better, so the introvert who prefers less seems deficient. Addressing misunderstandings requires communication. The introvert must explain their internal experience, help others understand their temperament, and correct misinterpretations directly. This can feel exhausting, as if constantly defending or justifying oneself. But without it, relationships suffer from ongoing confusion. Over time, introverts often develop a circle of people who truly understand them. These relationships require less explanation because the understanding is already there. The introvert can relax, knowing they will not be misinterpreted. Finding and cultivating these relationships is valuable. For misunderstandings that cannot be resolved, introverts must decide whether to keep trying or accept the limitation. Some people will never fully understand introversion, either because they lack willingness or ability. The introvert can choose to maintain boundaries that protect them while accepting that perfect understanding is not possible with everyone. Introverts and gratitude. Practicing gratitude can be particularly meaningful for introverts. They naturally reflect on their experiences, and gratitude practice channels this reflection positively. Rather than ruminating on worries or replaying social missteps, they can focus on what is good, what is working, what brings joy. Gratitude journaling aligns perfectly with introverted preferences. It is solitary, reflective, and uses writing to process. Each day, the introvert can note moments of beauty, connection, or peace. Over time, this practice trains the mind to notice positive aspects of life more readily. Introverts might feel grateful for things others overlook: a quiet afternoon, a book that moved them, a walk alone in nature, time when plans were cancelled and they could stay home. These simple pleasures that restore and nourish them are worthy of gratitude. Expressing gratitude to others can be easier for introverts in writing than in person. A heartfelt note or message allows them to articulate appreciation fully without the pressure of face-to-face interaction. This written gratitude is often deeply meaningful to recipients because of its thoughtfulness. However, introverts should also practice gratitude for themselves, appreciating their own strengths, their resilience in navigating an extroverted world, their depth and thoughtfulness. Self-gratitude counters the internalized shame many introverts carry. It says, "I am enough as I am." Introverts and legacy. Introverts often think deeply about legacy and meaning. They want their lives to matter, to contribute something of value. This concern with legacy stems from their reflective nature and desire for purpose. It shapes their choices about how to spend time and energy. For some introverts, legacy is creative. The books they write, the art they create, the music they compose. These works outlive them, touching people they will never meet. The creative process is solitary, but the impact is expansive. This balance appeals to introverts. For others, legacy is relational. The depth of their friendships, the quality of their parenting, the individual lives they have influenced through teaching, counseling, or mentoring. They may touch fewer people than extroverted networkers, but they touch them more deeply. Some introverts build legacy through ideas, the research they conduct, the innovations they develop, the knowledge they advance. Their contributions may be largely invisible to the public, but significant to their fields. Impact does not require fame. The introvert's legacy is often quieter than the extrovert's. It does not announce itself or demand attention, but it is no less real or valuable. The student whose life was changed by a teacher's understanding, the reader moved by a book, the child who felt truly seen and heard. These ripples spread outward in ways the introvert may never fully know. Understanding that legacy can be quiet gives introverts permission to live according to their nature rather than society's expectations of visibility and volume. Impact and meaning are not measured by how many people you know or how loudly you speak. They are measured by depth, authenticity, and genuine contribution, the introvert's night. While mornings set the tone for the day, evenings are when introverts truly unwind. After navigating the demands of the day, night offers refuge. The world quiets, expectations decrease. The introvert can finally relax into their natural state. Night routines help introverts transition from day to rest. These might include dimming lights, putting away devices, engaging in calming activities like reading or gentle music, and simply being still. The routine signals to mind and body that it is safe to let go of the day's vigilance. Many introverts are night people. They come alive after others have gone to bed, relishing the quiet and solitude. The house is still. The phone does not ring. No one needs anything. This time feels sacred, a few hours that truly belong to them. Even if they are tired, they may resist sleep to savor this peace. However, staying up too late regularly leads to exhaustion. The introvert must balance the pull of nighttime solitude with the need for adequate sleep, perhaps ensuring some of that quiet time happens earlier in the evening so bedtime can be reasonable. Night is also when the introvert's mind may become most active, processing the day, planning tomorrow, or simply thinking. This can make falling asleep difficult. Practices like journaling before bed help empty the mind onto the page so it can rest. Meditation or breathing exercises calm the active nervous system. The introvert's relationship with night is often one of gratitude and relief. Night understands them. It asks nothing. It simply is, dark and quiet and still, offering exactly what they need most. And so we rest. And so, dear listener, our exploration of the introverted soul comes to a gentle close. We have wandered through the landscapes of quiet strength, through the valleys of misunderstanding, and up to the peaks of deep connection. We have honored the need for solitude, celebrated the gift of listening, and recognized the beauty of reflection. We have seen that introverts are not broken, not less than, not incomplete. They are simply different, wired for depth rather than breadth, for quality over quantity, for meaning over noise. They offer the world careful thought, genuine listening, creative insight, and authentic presence. These are not small gifts. For those who are introverts, may you find permission here. Permission to honor your needs without apology. Permission to say no, to seek solitude, to recharge in your own way. Permission to be exactly who you are, quietness and all. You are not alone in your experience. Millions share your temperament. You are part of a quiet community that understands. For those who love introverts, may you find understanding here. Understanding that when they retreat, they are not rejecting you. When they go quiet, they are not upset. When they need space, they are not being difficult. They are simply being themselves, managing their energy in the only way that works for them. Your acceptance and respect mean more than you know. The world needs introverts. It needs their depth, their careful thought, their willingness to listen and observe. It needs their creativity born of solitude and their wisdom earned through reflection. It needs the balance they provide to extroverted energy. Without introverts, the world would be louder but less thoughtful, busier but less meaningful, more connected but less deep. As you lie here, letting your breath slow and your mind quiet, imagine yourself as an introvert at peace. Imagine knowing and accepting yourself completely. Imagine living in alignment with your true nature, honoring your needs without guilt, contributing your gifts without apology. Imagine relationships built on true understanding and work that respects your energy. Imagine days structured around what nourishes rather than what drains. This is not fantasy. This is possibility. This is what becomes available when you understand yourself, accept yourself, and live authentically. It is a journey, not a destination. Some days will be easier than others, but every step toward honoring your introversion is a step toward peace. So rest now. Let these thoughts settle gently into your awareness. Let your body sink into comfort. Let your mind drift towards sleep. You have traveled far tonight, through ideas and insights, through recognition and validation. Now it is time to simply be, to exist without thought or effort or striving, to dissolve into the quiet darkness where all introverts find their truest rest. The world will still be there tomorrow. The demands will return, but tonight you belong only to yourself, to the silence, to the peace. Tonight you are home in your own quietness, and that is enough. You are enough. Close your eyes now, breathe deeply, and drift into the gentle stillness where introverts have always found their strength. Good night.